Welcome to Brain Power with Dr. Echo, where each week we discuss how your family can boost brain health by addressing mind, body, emotional, and environmental health. And now here's the episode. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Brain Power with Dr. Echo. I have my wonderful friend and my amazing colleague and sister here, Dr. Funke Afolabi-Brown. And you're in for a treat today. So, without further ado, welcome to the show, Dr. Funke.
Thank you so much, Dr. Echo. Thank you. It's always such a pleasure having conversations with you. And congrats on the summit. That was just an amazing event. And I'm just so thankful for the work you do.
Thank you. And you, of course, a part of it. So, thank you
Yeah.
for sharing your expertise as always so wonderfully. So, for the listeners who don't know who you are, please can you introduce yourself?
Yes. So I'm Dr. Funke Afolabi-Brown. I am a board certified sleep physician with expertise in sleep in children as well as their parents. And really, my mission in my practice, the Restful Sleep Place, and also my platform, which is Restful Sleep MD, is to help individuals change their relationship with sleep. Because when we do that, we thrive and we reach our fullest potential. And so I do this through multiple avenues. I do this through my speaking. I do this through a lot of workshops I provide. And I also provide that through my clinical practice, which is the Restful Sleep Place. And then I'm going to be doing that also through my upcoming book. So I'm really excited to be here. We'll talk about that a little later.
Yes. Yeah, wonderful. As you can see, she's a wealth of knowledge, and that's half of the resume. Trust me on this one. Oh, I'm curious. Why did you decide to become a sleep doctor?
Well, it was a combination of things. It was a combination of seeing how much sleep impacted myself as a professional, as a physician, where I was telling people they needed to take care of themselves. And I really did not have, I knew I needed to do that, but I didn't have the tools. And so learning the tools, learning how to optimize my sleep and also address my kids' sleep issues changed my life. And so it was one of those things you see that you can't unsee and you feel obliged to teach everybody. And so that was really what I started to do in my own little way in my practice. And then I realized that I needed to get the education, the science, and the research to be able to further help people. And so that motivated me to get my sleep medicine fellowship at Penn. And then the rest is history. I fell in love with sleep. I just realized a lot of what I was telling people was just scratching the surface. So really understanding the depth and the breadth of sleep medicine, now combining that with my own personal story is just really been my mission.
Wonderful. I love that your passion for, or just even seeing the difference you made in your family, that led you to where your passion is now. And you're helping so many people around the world with your knowledge and your wisdom. And so I know that you mentioned your book, and I really want to dive into that. So tell us, why did you decide to write a book, and what's this book about?
Yeah. So the title of the book is called Beyond Tired, a sleep physician's guide to solving your child's sleep problems for good.
Oh, good. Amen. Listen, you all need the book. Get the book before it's even out.
So I'm really excited. I mean, I had tried, looked at so many different titles, and I'm like, you know what? What I hear, what is recurring with the kids that come to see me, with the parents that they come with, is we're tired. This child is tired, he's overtired. So he's like, he's gone beyond tired. He's gone beyond tired to beyond tired.
Mm.
And the parents are like, I'm tired, I'm beyond tired. And so I wanted to, I wanted a title that resonates with people, but also to provide hope. So yes, we're tired. Sometimes we are beyond tired, but here is a comprehensive guide for you as a parent to help fix your child's sleep problems, and not a temporary fix, not a let's just give some melatonin and cross our fingers. Let's take some sleep medication and hope everything works well, but actually dive into the what, the how, the why, so that we can then provide lasting solutions. And I wanted it to be something that was very practical and relatable for the folk that are going to be reading it, which is tired parents, right? So so that at the end of the day, you're leaving with nuggets that you can start to implement right away. It's not complicated. I share a lot of stories because I feel stories resonate. People see themselves in stories. But also, I bring the science. So it's not just fluff. This is the scientific reason why this is happening in your child's sleep. And this is why the following steps will help you to figure out what to do next. And the reason why I wanted to do this, in addition to just really connecting with more people, because I always say, like, I need to get out of the four walls of an exam room, right? The most number of people I can see at a time when I'm in my clinic is one person, right? One person, which is one family.
Right.
But there are over 8 billion people in the world. I can't see everybody. And we know that the prevalence of sleep issues, even in children, is anywhere from like 30 to sometimes 50%, depending on what population you're looking at. Right. So, of course, I'm not going to be able to see everybody, but with a tool like this, these are the strategies that I share in my practice. These, the content came from things that people ask me all the time, either on social media, in the grocery store, by phone, by text, and also just really my own lived experiences as well. So I think that was my motivation, really to provide knowledge in a way that's distilled, it's simple, it's practical, that even tired parents can execute.
Oh my goodness. So, okay, just to tease out a little bit from the book. So for those mommies who are had their newborn babies and they're just like, we're like wonderful, this amazing bundle of joy. So now what? Because I can barely think. Do you say to that mom?
Get the book. And the beautiful thing I would say, first of all, you're not alone. This too shall pass in a good way, but you don't have
Mhm.
to struggle through it. You don't have to barely make it through. You can thrive, believe it or not, even in that newborn phase. And I have a whole section that's dedicated to how sleep changes. So, what are the expectations for your child's sleep from the moment they're born all the way to when they become older and they become school age children, all the way to when they're teenagers? So, there's a whole spectrum. So, you can kind of jump around and say, listen, we're not at the teenage years. I'm going to just focus on this section. And I also have a chapter that's solely dedicated to moms because we know that we as moms always put our care in the back on the back burner. We don't prioritize it. So this chapter really focuses on what are practical things that I can do in the newborn period. Well, how can I take care of myself? How can I make sure that I'm not depleted? How can I make sure I get my own sleep as well? And we move to sleep during, menopause and perimenopause. And then we talk about what are the common sleep disorders that a woman can experience, that many times people say it's hormones or it's all in your mind, right? Like, it is so unfair. And so we dive into all of that. So even though we're talking, the book is for your kids' sleep, I could not leave you out. I had to make sure that moms also get, the care they need and the information they need to make the best decisions for themselves.
I love it. So do you have a chapter for that?
Well, I don't, but the entire book is great for dads to read because, again, it's a book that my mission, a lot of my passion really is towards moms. But of course, I want dads to get the care and the support. So this book will support anybody, teachers, dads, moms, actually physicians as well. I would say
Mm.
within a
Yeah.
practice would read it because a lot of the information is applicable. And then a lot of the content, even though I talk a lot about kids sleep, it is 100% applicable to families because when I'm talking to the child or I'm talking to you about your child, I'm talking about your whole family. Because if you're not well as a unit, as a family unit, then of course your child is not going to be able to thrive like they should. So there's
Right.
absolutely content that's applicable for dads too.
Wonderful. And so for the special group called teenagers, let's talk about them
Yeah.
because they need all the support and the help that they can get. And they're often, of course, in the transition phase between childhood and adulthood and all the hormones and all the changes happening. And oftentimes their sleep is completely off. So what can you tell parents about that?
Yeah, I mean, again, just like that newborn phase, everything occurs in phases. And so when you're empowered with the right information to know what to expect,
Right.
it really doesn't catch you off guard when your child who maybe they used to go to bed at 8 p.m. and now it's 10:30 p.m. and they said they're not sleepy, right? I actually break down why is that happening. It's not just their fault. It's not just social media or their phones. Yes, that plays a huge role. So we talk about the role of circadian rhythms. We talk about the role of, the pressure, academic pressure that they're also experiencing. We talk about, the start school, the fact that school starts so early. And so that's jeopardizing them as well. So we really go through all of that in a very comprehensive way, because when you understand what is happening, then you realize, oh, my teenager is not just being cranky or being difficult or being lazy. No, you understand what is going on. And then we provide the strategy specifically for, their mind racing at bedtime,
Right.
or their difficulties with putting on their phones, or, the social pressures that you have to help them to navigate, or helping them set boundaries. So we talk through all of those things as well, so that you're having a well-rounded conversation with your team and they don't feel like they're being talked at. They feel like it's a real conversation.
Wonderful. Thank you for sharing that. As a mom of a teenager who has been so well be taken care of by you, I definitely learning myself because they don't come with manuals. So yeah, and what you just said is absolutely right. My daughter will say it's 11. I can't sleep. I'm like, you serious? But after talking with you and getting some more like structure around, it's like, okay, I understand because she really isn't going into deep sleep until early in the morning. So that makes sense. And the whole thing with school starting so early. And as you were talking, I was just like, I need to let her sleep in till 7:30. Her school doesn't start till 8:20. So that should
Mm.
be enough time. If I get her to get everything ready the night before so she can get that extra sleep. So yeah, parents, it's
Yeah.
important for you to be a student of your child so that you can just help them navigate this time and not so that then lessens the fussing, right? That we tend to
Mm.
have with our teenagers. Like, oh my God, like a teacher. They're
Yeah.
right. So
Yeah.
we eliminate all of that and have some peace at home. And so
Mm.
thank you for sharing that. So can you please tell our listeners where they can find this amazing book? And everybody, please get the book. I think I've already said that
Yes.
like 4 times, but yes, I
Yeah, yes, yes. Thank you. And I also wanted to also let you know, with the amazing work you do with kids with autism and ADHD, I have a whole chapter that's focused on sleeping, autism, and ADHD, which has just been it was such a joy to write. It filled my cup so much. And I think it's going to really bless so many people, because a lot of times parents with kids who have neurodiverse conditions are really grasping for straws, or they're trying to fit this square peg into a round hole, right?
right.
Sometimes we need to make adjustments. So we go through all of that. And I'm really looking forward to folks to really be able to get practical tips that they need from that. Now, the book is coming out in October. We're really, really excited. We're geared up. We're ready to launch. And it's going to be on Amazon. So you'll be able to get, a paper copy. You can also get a Kindle version. So I'm really excited about that.
Right. Oh, it's gonna be so good. So thank you again so much. And please tell the listeners about your amazing practice also.
Yes. Oh, thank you. Thank you. So the Restful Sleep Place really provides customized sleep services to your child and you if you have sleep issues. So we offer diagnostic testing, a very holistic, family value based approach to sleep issues. So where if you're looking for a place where you feel seen, you feel heard, that's where you should go. And there's no such thing as, oh, we'll just wait for them to outgrow it, especially if your family is suffering. So please, please feel free to connect with us. And you could go to our website. It's therestfulsleepplace.com. That's therestfulsleepplace.com. And then you can also follow me on social media. So on Instagram, on Facebook, I'm at Restful Sleep MD. So Restful Sleep MD is really that platform that educates, teaches folks on how to sleep well, and then the practice is the Restful Sleep Place. With the practice, we're licensed in a few states. So we're licensed in California, New Jersey, and in Pennsylvania. So if you're ever wondering, those are the places we're licensed in, but we can still help you because I do have a coaching practice that I offer as well. So if you just go to that website, you'll learn all the information, and you can schedule a complimentary call to learn more.
Yes. Well, please check her out, because not just check her out, seriously. She's taking such amazing care of my daughter. And so I can personally vouch for Dr. Brown's expertise and loving compassion. And she definitely will help your child sleep better, and your whole family will do better. So thank you
Oh,
again for
thank you.
listening to this episode. My pleasure. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. And please share this with someone that you know needs to hear this. And if you're looking for an evaluation for your child for ADHD and autism, reach out to Glow Pediatrics. And also, we offer integrative care for children with ADHD and autism. So, taking care of their brain health, their gut health, so that the entire family can thrive. Okay. So, until next time, have an amazing day.